I think this is a massive state fraud, which they knew about. Couldn't disagree with both of you more. The knowledge of the flaw within the software, in the Fujitsu written software, was known for a long time, and it was covered up. And as you know, the Post Office has a government covenant, an ability to actually prosecute people. So they were going around prosecuting people on the basis of a fraud, which they knew about. So at the end of the day, this is another example, in my opinion, of the state making a series of bad and fraudulent decisions and then basically not dealing with the fallout from it, either in a timely way or an efficient way. And I think the public is becoming increasingly irritated by the fact that the government appears to be incapable of, first of all, making good decisions, and secondly, cleaning up the mess that it creates, which it gives itself the job of doing. So I'm sorry, I mean, you can give as much verbal baby food waffle as you want, but the fact is we need to get this right.
Gareth and Carl, do you want to come back in on that one? I mean, I think we should be judged on our results and how much has been paid out at this point. If the committee is looking at where we have got to with the different schemes, we have paid out over 1.5 billion to 12,600 claimants. There are definitely lessons to learn, and we're here to talk about that today, about what we've done. We've tried to apply them in later schemes. But fundamentally, I think we are in a place where 80% of the claimants have had the money, and we should be through a lot of them by the end of this calendar year. On your broader point around who exactly did what, I'm sure there are failings that need to be revealed through the Horizon inquiry. I'm expecting that to report later this year. Sir Wyn Williams has already said in his first report last July that the Post Office executives should have or could have known what was going on in the organisation. So to that extent, I agree with the thrust of what you were saying, and I think we have a stronger delivery record than you're giving us credit for.
I think the public out there will want to know why it is that we've still not got a single penny in compensation for Fujitsu. Why is it that the British taxpayer always has to bear the can for the company's mistakes? If they've made a mistake, they should surely be the ones that should compensate.
The Fujitsu software was a double-entry bookkeeping system, and there would have been a credit thrown up the other side of it. The question is, what happened to the credit? Because a lot of these people were bankrupted, and they paid the money rather than being prosecuted.
Absolutely.
So this is a massive government error. Basically, the Post Office is a government organ. It's an organ of the state. So at the end of the day, when I talk about fraud, people knew this software was deficient. That has actually been proven. We know that. People have admitted it. People have apologized for it.
The same thing is probably true of the American blood companies and the affected blood scandal. And there may well be other liabilities in the other schemes. So one of you, I would be grateful to know what the government is doing about this, because it does seem to me that the British taxpayer should not be bearing all the burden on these schemes.
Yes, I definitely agree with you in relation to Fujitsu. I will leave the infected blood question to others. My ministers agree with you as well, and they have been having conversations with Fujitsu about it, or we are in negotiation and discussion with Fujitsu about what a reasonable settlement would look like. We, at this point, are awaiting the outcome for the Horizon inquiry, because I think that will help us nail Fujitsu down for a specific number. They have not at this point offered a specific number, but they have made a commitment, and they've recognised their moral obligation to contribute towards the costs of the scandal, and we plan to hold them to that.